You're checking out Friends or Enemies Radio.
And calling up right now is the lead singer from the Neon Trees. Tyler, how are you, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
We're driving on our way to Austin. We're in the middle of nowhere right now, but it's good.
Well, the middle of nowhere. Austin's kind of in the middle of nowhere, though, too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're taking a weird route, though, so literally I have no idea where we're at right now.
Uh-oh, be careful of those shortcuts.
I know.
You might not show up in South by Southwest for some time.
I know. Well, we have a couple days, so we're got a head start.
Well, now you're going to be appearing, Wednesday at South by Southwest?
We've got a Wednesday and a Thursday. I think we're doing 4 shows in 2 days, so it's going to be
That's
a
a little
whirlwind.
intense. Well, the thing is, you're releasing your album tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a little kid right now.
I would imagine, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're really proud of it. So.
Well, if you say that, let's all pretend that I'm an idiot, and you're trying to stop laughing.
It's
at me.
kind of easy to
So
pretend.
let's and you're introducing me to your band for the very first time, Neon Trees. Tyler, what would you say about yourself?
We're a band with songs that you can sing along to, and songs are super important to us. And the record is super fun, but it's got substance, and I think I just am excited that the record's coming out because it's an extension of our live show, and that's us in a nutshell, I guess.
That's pretty cool. I love the fact that artists are trying to be fun again. It seems like, for some reason, I felt like a couple of years ago, music got really depressing.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, and I'm kind of a depressed guy, but I think I put my depressed ideas into fun songs, and I don't know. It's might as well have fun. So.
Of course. Well, I mean, it might be your own therapy, I'm sure.
Exactly. No, definitely. No, completely. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. You can actually help heal yourself, I suppose. So how long were you guys actually working on this album that's coming out tomorrow?
Feels like it was an entire year. From writing it to rewriting it to producing it to all of that. I think it took about most of the summer for sure into the fall. And so it's been done since the fall, and we've sat with it for a while and loved it. And now I finally get to release it, and I'm excited.
That's cool. You know, I always hear some interesting stuff about debut albums from bands, about how, like, you don't want to have, like, the sophomore jinx. Because I've heard it said, like, you spend your entire life writing your first album, and then you spend, like, a year writing your second album. Is this, like, an entire life experience for you guys going into this debut album?
It's definitely the last 5 years, for sure. There's a lot of topics that are old for me, but like new for the listeners. So it's fun to. It's kind of hard sometimes to sing about those topics because they're things I put away, but it's kind of exciting too. And so, it takes a while to write something like this, and for good reason, because you have forever to write it. So I'm super excited about it. So
cool.
Is there a song on the album that maybe means a little more to you, or that's a little more personal than maybe some of the other ones?
Yeah, I think the closing track called Our Wars, it's just about putting the past behind. And I think for me, writing it got me over a hard relationship. So for me, it was... it's probably the most personal song on the album. There's also a bonus track that will be on the iTunes version, and it's actually definitely kind of a spiritual vibe to it, because it talks about realizing you're in a place that you didn't ever expect to be, and climbing out of that place. And so, sure, there are those dark topics on the record, but there's also a lot of hope in the record too.
Oh, cool. So it's like a mixture of everything.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it.
I love getting the answers where, like, obviously you guys pour your experiences into these songs, and me being kind of like a jokey guy, like, I just want to be like, so tell us exactly what happened. Why is this song so personal? How do you put up with idiot DJs? I think that's a much better question to ask.
How exactly did you guys break up? Whose fault was it? Why did you break up? What's her name?
Let's not go
How
into
long
that.
do we have?
Hey, we have all the time you need.
As long as,
Yeah.
if it's a good story, let's just put it that
Yeah.
way.
Exactly.
So you guys, you have some comparisons. You've actually got some amazing comparisons to your music, like Block Party and The Strokes and The Faint. Even like going back to more classic stuff like Duran Duran, like the real '80s, like even dancey electro type stuff. What is more of your influences that you bring to the band?
I have a trifecta, I guess, of Morrissey and Bruce Springsteen and Michael Jackson, and they're all very different performers and songwriters, but for me, they make up the kind of entertainer that I hope to be and hope that I am. And so the drama that Morrissey brings and the larger-than-life pop star appeal that Michael Jackson brings, of course, and then the bravado and the songwriting and the storytelling that Bruce brings. And so
That should definitely make for an interesting album. All of those together.
you know, I look to those. Not that I ever would say that I'm even there ever, but I would say that they're the people that I look to as a bar, a set, and someone that I constantly look to and am in awe of, even though they've had careers that span decades. So.
Well, listen, man. If you're aiming to hit anywhere near those three guys, I think you've got yourself on a pretty good career path. Those are lofty goals, but definitely attainable.
Sure, yeah. Well, thank you. I think the music's kind of been boring, and I think it's exciting that there are starting to get those pop stars back and those rock stars back, and they're exciting. And I don't know. I think music's about to get exciting again, and it has been in the last year, and I think it's on its way.
You know, it's fun. It's funny. I feel exactly the same way. I feel, because I come from like a more of a grunge, hard rock DJ background, and it's the grunge. Alice in Chains is a great band, but they are inherently just miserable. They're not happy guys, and it seems like guys who are unabashedly here to have a good time. We're talking about like the Gabe supporters of the world who literally comes out and he's like, listen, I am here. I'm not here to pay for drinks in a bar. I'm here to steal the vodka, and I'm here to give it to all my friends and get drunk outside the bar. Like guys that are all about having more fun in music than it seems like they have been having in the past. And I'm really happy to start seeing that come around again.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and even on a larger scale with Lady Gaga bringing an avant-garde art sense to pop music, and that's super exciting. And then I don't know, I just think that there's bands looking to people like Bowie and Jagger and Lou Reed for inspiration, and I hope that they get notoriety, and I hope that we're one of those bands. And I'm just excited that we're getting that opportunity to show what we're about.
Awesome.
So.
It's speaking of Lady Gaga, she's usually known for her videos, and I actually just checked out the video for Animal on Lockers.com. I checked it out yesterday. It's a pretty crazy video. I was just wondering if you could explain it at all.
Is it the art video?
Yeah, it's with I'm watching a guy with an elephant head dancing around, and
right. I love the horse. The horse.
Yeah, I just saw the horse. The horse is awesome.
It was a take on I'm a big Tim Burton fan, and the first Batman movie that he did in the 80s. There's a scene where the Joker and his cronies bust into an art gallery and sort of destroy it and make it their own kind of beauty. And so that was the vibe for it. And of course, the song's called Animal, and we thought, how can we sort of put that in there? It was playful, but it had a cool edge to it, and I think it was super fun to make. And I hope that people see the spirit in it for sure.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? The second that you actually said, that scene in Batman, I totally know what you're getting for. Like literally right away, it's blindingly apparent what you guys are actually going for. Tyler,
cool.
Thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes of your time, and have fun with the record release tomorrow. Have fun at South by Southwest, powering through 4 shows in 2 days, because I don't think people understand.
That's hard.
Just like an hour-long show, like pouring your energy out, is a little bit tough on stage.
It's a bit much, but it's what we signed up for, and it's probably the happiest time when I'm on stage. So,
dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much for a couple minutes of your time. And you know, just because, I'm slick like that, we're going to play Animal for you.
Thank you.
Tyler from the Neon Trees. Thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes of your time, man. Thank you.
Of course.
Friends or Enemies Radio rocks.